Hello everybody, this is John from OneHourAcademy.com, welcoming you to Lesson 4 of HTML in 1 hour. Well, we did a lot of work in Lesson 3 and we created our first full web page, complete with heading tags like size H1 and H3. We have bullet lists, LIs with ULs. We also have numbered lists, which are LIs with OLs, along with paragraphs, which are the P tags, and HR, which are the horizontal rulers. You put this all together and you preview it and you get a page that looks something like this. I'm just going to bring this into full view here for you, and you can see the bullet points, the number points, the headings, and the horizontal ruler. I hope I didn't confuse you too much with what we did in the first lesson, because we're going to do even more in this second lesson. So we're going to create our second web page, and we're going to add some things like tables and hyperlinks and images to complete our two-page website. So let's get started. Click on your project folder, right click, do a new file. Okay, we're going to call this new file virus types.htm. Okay, just like that. It's going to be saved in the virus site project folder, which is part of the Aptana workspace. So I'm going to hit finish. There's my new page, and we have to quickly put in our opening tags once again. And by now, you should know them, hopefully. But of course, Aptana makes this really quickly done for us. So I'm going to put a title of types of viruses. Remember, this doesn't show up on the actual web page. It shows up in the page tab at the very top of the page. Then comes our most important section again, which is the body area. And here is where all the work gets done. See how fast that was using Aptana? It saves us a lot of time. So our page starts with this information here. So you can see we have another heading, we have another horizontal rule, and a paragraph. So this serves as a bit of a review, I guess we can say. Alright, so I'm going to try to split view this so that we can see both at the same time. So maybe I'll close off some of these windows down here at the bottom. And I'm going to pull this up a little bit here so that I can see it and work on it at the same time. So I'll start us off with the basics. We have a heading 1, and in between we have the title checking for viruses. And remember, now that we are inside the body tag, this is the information that's going to actually show up on the web page. Following that, we have a horizontal rule, which is an HR, and there it is there. Okay, just fix that up a bit. Followed by a very long paragraph. So I'm going to start us off with the P tag and the /P. But rather than record me typing this entire thing, because that could take about 10 minutes given my typing speed, I'm going to pause the video now and finish off this paragraph, and then I suggest you pause it if you want to create the same paragraph, and you can just read the information off the screen. And we'll meet up together at the very end, and we'll take it from there. So I'm going to stop it now, finish the paragraph, and then we'll continue. So here I am, almost finished the paragraph. I'm just going to add the last couple of words here, and then we can continue. Virus program. I'll bet you I got there faster than you, but I used time-lapse photography to get here faster, so I was cheating a little bit, but that's okay. I'm sure if you pause you can get caught up. So there's our paragraph. So following this paragraph comes something we haven't done yet, and that is the following: a table. So a table is made up of rows and columns. In the first top row, we're going to actually have what's called a table heading, which causes the title to become centered in bold. So a table starts out with table tags, but before we do that, I'm getting ahead of myself here. We need a heading 3 tag, example virus threats. Okay, so that sort of stands up above the table. So then to start a table, we just type in table. Okay, now there's a few options we can add when we open up our table at the beginning. Two that I like are cell padding. Okay, and this controls the, I guess we'll say, the invisible border that you're going to see kind of spacing between each cell. I'm going to put that at 5. And so that we can actually see a border around our table, I'm going to throw the border in at 1. That'll give us the bars around each box. Without that border tag, it'll be an invisible table, and we won't really be able to tell that it's in a table. Okay, so that's how we start our table. Now, each table is made up of a series of rows and columns. But we'll start with the table heading. So TH gets us going there. Okay, and our first heading is virus, followed by another heading, which is threat. Okay, the rest of the table is going to have a similar pattern, starting with TR, which is our table row. And we're going to have 3 of those for the 3 different viruses. And within HTR, you've got to put a series of TD tags. TD stands for table data, and this is the tag that actually makes up the information that goes into each box. So the first one you see there, worm, mydom, these are all really weird sounding viruses that are in our table here, so it's a little difficult to get these accurate, but we'll do our best. Then we have another TD beside that, which is simply just not table. Let's try that again. TD, there we go, much better. Low. Okay, so that finishes our first actual row. So we're going to do that 2 more times. There's another row, press enter, open that up. TD. Our next one is worm, blue worm. .d. Okay, if I hit the end key on my keyboard, that takes me to the end of the line. Another TD, please. Thank you. And low. Okay, our final row, another TR tag. And push that down. I'll scroll down a bit so we can see this a bit better. And a TD tag. And this one is called worm bagel.ai. That one wins the award for the weirdest sounding virus of all. And this one, of course, has a medium threat, probably because it has such a weird name. Okay, and that finishes our table. The table's made up of rows, and within each row are the TDs, which make up the actual cells. All right, so there is more to this web page, but I don't want this one lesson to take up more than it has already. In the next lesson, we're going to add an image, and we're going to be able to hyperlink from this page to the home page, and then from the home page back to this page. But before I let you go, I want to save this, and I want to preview what we have so far to look at our master work of art here. So I'm going to push play. That'll load Firefox, and there we go. Okay, so you can see the heading, the slightly smaller heading here, and this nicely crafted table, complete with table headings, the cell padding, and the border of 1. Okay, so in the next lesson, like I said, we'll do images and hyperlinks, and I hope you enjoyed this, and hope to see you back for the second part of this lesson. This is John from 1 Hour Academy, and thank you for watching.